Today, I wanted to look at the original hexachloroethane zinc smoke formula from, it was invented in the 1940s, and it was used in the ANM-8 smoke grenade from the U.S. military up until it was officially discontinued in September of 2000. This is the publicized HC, the hexachloroethane formulation that was used by the military up until 2000. The reason that they discontinued its use was, one, because hexachloroethane is carcinogenic, and two, one of the products of the reaction is zinc chloride, which can react with mucous membranes, the water on mucous membranes, to form hydrochloric acid, I believe. So, yeah, anyway, it's not the best thing to breathe. Also causing some cancer. I'm going to do two things. One is test out this publicized HC formulation that the military used, and the other thing is to check out this improved HC formulation by Gary Purrington. So I'm going to not read this stuff yet, and we're just going to play with this first. So I have 22.5 grams, so I have 45% hexachloroethane. I have, what is this, 23.75? 47.5 zinc oxide. I have 23.75 grams of zinc oxide here and 3.5 grams of aluminum. So that is 45, 47.5, 7.0. I'm going to blend these independently. So I'm going to combine zinc oxide and aluminum first. Blend it real quick. Okay, this is blended and broken up and all that stuff. Hexachloroethane I'm going to do independently. So I guess the hexachloroethane acts as an oxidizer. And I tested this improved HC formula last night. I couldn't even get it to ignite. So I don't know if I did something wrong, but we'll get there. All right, hexachloroethane is blended. I'm going to combine these two and just shake them. Do not blend oxidizers and fuels. You know, and oh, my CO fan is going, so that's good. I got a little fume hood going on here, but you know what? If hexachloroethane is so toxic, why did God make it smell so good? It really does smell good. It's almost like well, I mean, no, it's like, what is the smell of hexachloroethane? I don't know. It's good, though. You know what? Let's make a thermic prime real quick. This is a thermic prime composition. 68% potassium nitrate, 15% silicon, 5% aluminum, 6% charcoal, 5% red iron oxide, 1% boric acid. I just use borax. Well, borax is granulated, so I kind of like, all right, that should be enough there. This is nitrocellulose lacquer in acetone. Super fast drying. I'm going to use some Merca Visco Fuse. Merca. This prime burns pretty freaking hot. If I do say so myself. I guess the HC zinc composition is notoriously difficult to ignite. Alright, so now I'm just going to heat gun this. Alright, let's go dump this in a pile and light it outside in the dark. I might have some regrets about the size of this pile. can't be this hard to ignite. Alright, so I didn't do the formula wrong. Is this supposed to be zinc or zinc oxide? Oh, I'm not going to be able to light it with this. That didn't work. Dude, alright, so... Alright, let me go get a MAP gas torch. Interesting. So it probably has to be granulated, or not granulated, but compressed and bound, or granulated. Let's see if compression has an improvement. Oh, interesting. Alright, so it just needs to be compressed. Where are you going? The gimbal died. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty substantial... Yeah, for that, yep. Wow, that's generating a significant amount of smoke. That's definitely significant. That definitely generated a lot of smoke. It was very hard to see it amassed. It was very hard to see it cumulatively because of the wind. But anyway, all right, so that is the publicized HC formulation that is very popular and has been used by the military for so long. Now, Gary Purrington improved the HC formulation. All right, so he took that formula and made it 70% of this new formula. Then he added 10% potassium chlorate, 10% sucrose, an additional 5% zinc oxide, 5% magnesium carbonate, and then 1.5% stearic acid. Here is his explanation. The addition of sucrose and potassium chlorate provide lower ignition temperatures and smooth burn with an increase of gaseous product and smoke. Stearic acid reduces the sensitive frictional nature potassium chlorate may impose on the formulation. Increasing the oxidizer percentage slightly by 1 to 4% further reduces the ignition point, reduces ash slightly, and supplies smooth smoke generation throughout the burn. Additionally, the magnesium carbonate and zinc oxide provide unreactive gas to quench possible flaming and provide white smoke through a bleaching effect. Acting as a coolant, they reduce combustion temperature and help stabilize the composition by neutralizing acid formation that may occur with moisture during storage. Because of the high vapor pressure of hexachloroethane and the hygroscopicity of the mixture itself, steps must be taken to minimize the effects that moisture and humidity would otherwise have on the composition during storage. Without these steps, the compositions would have rather short shelf life. These steps would include sealing the exposed surface of the composition within the tube with a solution of nitrocellulose lacquer acetone 4060, or cellulose acetate solution, 1 ounce Ca dissolved in 1 quart of acetone. That makes a 4% Ca, 3.85. Once completed with end caps in place, the device is sealed in a wax or similar moisture retardant. The better they are sealed, the longer their shelf life will be. So, I did that last night. I made that formula. This one. Oh, God. So I made this formula, and I put it into this tube, into this container. I packed the crap out of it. I compressed it. And then I added a little cap of nitrocellulose lacquer just to solidify the top. and put it in place, and then same thing down here. The exit orifice on this canister is much wider than this hole that the core that I opened up here. But so now we have this and this. Let me see if I can find my igniter I made. All right, so here's my thermic prime igniter, or slash the teardrop kind of igniter I was talking about on my last video. It's basically half of a helical igniter. So this I'm just going to shove down here. I'll snip that out, I suppose. All right, cool. So now we have this in place. I'll put maybe a little piece of tape or something over that. This is just a test canister. I'm not like serious about it. All right, so a little piece of tape there. All right, so now I'm going to add this M228 fuse here. Let's see. I need a flange bolt. The threading on an M228 fuse is 5/8 by 11. Coarse, 5/8 by 11. Don't believe anything else. An M201A1 fuse is 9/16 by 12. All right, flange bolt or flange nut or regular nut is fine. M228 fuse, top of this canister. This is pre-armed, and now I'm just gonna put this here and then screw it on. Okay, here is our HC smoke grenade. I gotta clean this up a bit. Maybe I'll put a little black dot on it or something. All right, here we have it. Let's go test it out. All right, here we go. Oops. That's really white. It lays low. It follows the terrain. Dude, that's really cool. Let me see if I can get gimbal closer. Wow, that lasted a really long time. That was really gentle too. Really interesting. Okay, goodbye, I love you.